What up, guys? We got a Virgin Gaming game here. I'm the Bengals. He's the Packers. I'm gonna go ahead and run through the Bengals depth chart. I like to keep Taylor Mays at strong safety, Reggie Wilson, Reggie Nelson at free safety, and honestly, they have about six quality cornerbacks. So I mean, there's really no wrong way to reorder it. But to match up with the pack, I kind of thought maybe go Newman one to match up with Jennings, and then Drake or Kirkpatrick, who's 6'2". He wouldn't be a bad matchup for Jordy. And then obviously you got Clemens, Adam Jones. I'm going to go ahead and take another look at it because I'm not exactly sure who I'm using yet. And then, yeah, go ahead and take out Lawson and put in a bad linebacker who you won't play at all, like Ray. And then they have Mach too, not rated very well, but I put him on the right outside defensive end position. He's an outside linebacker, but he's 90 speed. In that position, I'm just primarily rushing the quarterback every single snap. So, I mean, you want somebody that's going to get to the quarterback and get off that block as quick as possible. There he is, Mach there. I'm going to go ahead and put him in the purple. Gets to that purple out there quick. Um, you can use her with Taylor Mays too. He's like 6'3", so some people prefer to use her with him. I'm more of a Reggie Nelson kind of a guy, a little shorter, but he's more agile. Seems like he's more quick, can cover a little more ground side to side. But Taylor Mays definitely does lay the wood too. Here coming out, just trying to absorb what he's doing. There, a nice hit stick with Malaluga. Just a lot of big hitters, a lot of freak athletes on the Bengals. Defensive end Howard has always been really good in Madden. Not good, real good real life players, but a lot of high motor, freak athlete kind of guys on the Bengals. Um, all across the board defensively. Here I'm in Fagdy, and he somehow fits that into James Jones. Thought I had a pretty good read on it with Nelson. I thought he'd maybe get up for it, but wasn't able to do it. Here I'm just gonna back off, kind of see what he goes to in the red zone, what he got that he can beat man. And primarily what I've been seeing is no real great man beaters, only really playmakers. What he's doing that's successful. So what that's telling me is maybe I need to rush more than one guy. If he's playmaker and obviously he won't get the first playmaker because I'm there, but he might get the third or fourth. I think if you rush two or three guys, um, that he probably won't be able to do that. So that's kind of what I'm thinking how to combat that. So maybe two purples on the edges and then your strong safety and a spy. Or sometimes I like to spy a linebacker that's on a tight end. Put that safety on the guy you just spied. I don't know, just mix it up because then the safety won't get deep, and then you can use that guy in around the middle. So just different variations. Here I get through, get a fumble, can't cover it up. Gonna hold him to 3 on the first drive, which in a Madden game is a overall pretty successful thing to do. Even if you hold him to 7, sometimes I feel like if it was a long and kind of a hard drive to get points, I feel like eventually, I'm going to get stops. So overall, I'm liking where this game is at. Offensively, I like to put Bernard Scott at 1 in the beginning of the game. I like to put him in the backfield, a little more speed than Jarvis. I like to put A.J. Green outside on the left, Hawkins inside on the left. And then you can go Hawkins inside on the right if you're throwing the ball a lot. Gresham outside on the right, though, for sure, with his catch in traffic. Pretty good speed for a tight end. Definitely above average. And here I'm going to go ahead and get Gresham right away on that wheel route. Precision it into the inside. Surprisingly outruns everybody, but that's kind of air on him with the Packers. They don't have a lot of great corners, and I think that's on him for not having anybody over the top on the first play of the game, especially when you're not bringing good heat. I think he was in a cover one and probably just usering over the top. And I just have too many man beaters. There's 4 or 5 man beaters on that play in itself. Here I'm just going to go fag again. The Bengals have a lot of guys that can match up, and I'm going to go ahead and come across with Nelson and grab that quick. Break a couple tackles. Thought maybe I could outrun people with Nelson. I'm not sure of his speed. I thought he might have been faster, but he's only like 92, 93. But in any event, I'm going to see what I can do offensively. I think I'm going to score pretty much regardless. So
that brings the play to an end. Nice job of the defense that time. In position, they read the.
I don't really care if I have to drive 40 yards, if I have to drive 93 yards. Here I'm going to go ahead and try to get something going on the ground. Don't really want to try to drop back and give up a safety there. But definitely go to a run that you can gain a couple yards with. Otherwise, I would say go to a quick pass. Don't just run the ball to run the ball when you don't have really a good read on what's going on. And here I'm going to hit the wheel route to Green. He's been going man across the board the entire first quarter. Really not mixing it up whatsoever. So it's pretty easy for me. And there I'm going to play action. Came out in jumbo, and as a defender, you see that 2 tight end, 2 fullback, 1 running back look. You're probably thinking run all the way, and then you got the play action, and then you got Green man-to-man. Obviously, he's going to beat that. There I had Hawkins deep. Like I said, he had no one over the top, and I inserted Hawkins there. I thought that was somebody that could get over the top. Wasn't able to do it there. Dalton overthrows it, but not really a pass I expect Dalton to make. Maybe one if he's really on, and you know, it's a 50-50 pass for him, maybe if that. Just rather have him overthrow it than underthrow that, so definitely precision that one up if he's only got a step on him. Here I saw pretty good pressure. It was 4th down. Obviously tried to get it to that out quick, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Probably a mistake on my part, not in blocking enough guys, but I wanted enough routes that could beat man. He hadn't been bringing that big of pressure where I didn't see anything where I felt like I couldn't get rid of the ball in, you know, a second or two. Here he's going to go ahead and quick snap, hurry up offense, quick snap, a power over a stretch. He's going to come out in that I form again, twins. And here I like to go max coverage. There, I'm going to go ahead and pound him. I like to go max coverage. I feel like the Bengals match up pretty well. And then you got Howard, who's 6'4", like 86, 87 speed. Dunlap, 6'7", 6'8". Atkins, who's one of the best defensive tackles in the league. And then you got Man and Lawson, who's obviously a glitch. 90 speed too. I like to put him in that right middle linebacker position, the guy that's coming through on the mid-zone blitz. Somebody that definitely, if you time it right, gets there in a heartbeat. And here I'm thinking I'm going to give him a different look in the red zone. I'm going to switch to that cover 4. That way I got Leon Hall in the spy. And I'm going to go ahead and click on one user with him. If he tries to run, I'll be there in a hurry. Here he's playmaking around, and I didn't really see him go across. Focusing on other routes there, and pretty good patience and work by him. Here I get a kick return, try to make something happen, and I was able to do so. Hawkins is gone.
And here he goes. Cincinnati is in for the score. When you get
14-10 second quarter. I get the ball at half, feeling pretty good. If I get a stop here and get points, I mean, I'm feeling really, really good. Feeling like it's probably going to be a blowout. If I manage the clock as well as I can, don't turn the ball over. Here I'm going to go ahead and bring pressure, look to get that turnover, but still be cautious. I'm only blitzing 4. Just kind of give him my base look on that play and see what happens. And I can tell usually people, if I go on a base look, they're usually able to move the ball. So I'm able to assess their ability based off that first play and kind of go from there. Not to say, oh, I'm better than them, but, you know, get a gauge of what I can do and what will work defensively. There, I had Hawkins deep again, and he drops it. So I'm thinking I can do a variety of things, bring pressure. He'll be off balance a lot, kind of forcing throws. There he made an adjustment defensively, so I was going to Hawkins deep a lot with no help over the top. He went ahead and put Tremont there. But this game is kind of different where if even if Hawkins isn't going to burn Tremont in real life, probably one-on-one like that, especially he's not going to go up and get it over him. That was a pretty BS play, but I'll take it. Here I had a max out blitz. I think I did. Maybe I only blitzed 5. It might have been my mistake, but scrambled out back to the right, had enough time, and I didn't even have anybody over the top. I like to gamble like that. You need turnovers in Madden, and you don't get them by playing, 3 guys deep and blitzing 3 guys in a spy, in my opinion. But he's going to go ahead and get the 2-point conversion, so I'm up 3 at this point. Tate makes some pretty good moves. It was a holding call, though. So that sets me pretty far back in my own zone. He's going to go ahead and get pretty good pressure here with Perry. He's got a pretty good blitz there where he came in untouched or comes in at an angle where he just needs to fend off one block at a positioning where he's able to do so relatively quickly and get to the quarterback in, I'd say, 2.5 seconds. So it's not allowed me to get the ball down the field. I think at this point I put Charles at that right 10 end block position just to block, as I wasn't getting the ball much to Sanu anyways. So I mean, get a little extra time. I think I put the fullback in at running back here eventually, just to give yourself some more time against the blitz or in the red zone. I don't want to obviously give up that safety. Here I'm running the ball a little bit. I'm up by 3. I don't want to turn it over, and I don't want to score too quickly because I can feel like I can score whenever I pretty much want to. But just a bad read by him here by me. I had a fade to the inside, and he was just in a cover 4. And usually you can hit that tight end in the seam. I think he rubbed on the defender a little too much, causing him not to get into that seam quick enough, and he was too deep at that point. Just a poor read on my part. Usually I can see that better, but here I'm doing different things on D. I actually went to a cover 2 there, just to completely throw him off. Blitzed all my linebackers. I think I had a flat, a yellow, and a deep blue on one side, a flat on one side, and then it's me on the rest of the field. And there I was able to cover the rest of the field by myself, getting the pick 6 with Nelson. Here I'm just going to go back to that mid zone. Don't want to give up points here at this point. Still going to be pretty aggressive, but still don't want to give up points. And there he moves the ball. And I'm going to stay in that look. I think that fade's really the only thing he has that beats zone. And as you can see, I'm running over to that fade with Jermichael all game. He didn't hit it all game just because I would jump over it at the snap of the ball. But then, in turn, I was a little late on the fade on the other side here. I'm going to go man look, blitz all my guys, and try to cover 2 guys over there. And he makes the right read. Sometimes people don't see that wide open guy. It's tougher than it looks pre-snap, and then snapping the ball and getting a look at all 5 guys. Had he went to the running back, it would have been a pick 6. Just a gamble, all-out gamble on my part. Something I like to do, just to get a turnover, get the ball back here. 22 seconds isn't a lot of time, but for me, sometimes I can scrape 3 out of this. And here I'm going to go deep to Green, and he gets big for it. Call timeout. Try to advance the ball a little bit. Whether or not I stay in bounds is irrelevant if I get 25 yards. Because I got a timeout and I got sacked there. So I'm just going to go ahead and chuck in. I'm going to go over to Ace and get green on that right side just to give him a little more separation. Had I stayed in that twin pair look, I don't get much separation in the middle of the field, and here I get super sticky and grabbed that one for the touchdown before half. Just kind of a